Hey guys, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist, and I'm creating a video every day for a year to get over my fear of public speaking and social anxiety. This is video 183. I am officially halfway done. I am 6 months into this whole project of mine and this experience. It's so awesome. Tomorrow is actually my full 6 months. It was May 26th when I first started. So thank you all so much for being here as usual. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope that this video can help provide you some comfort during this holiday week. And so in the thumbnail, I'm sure you noticed we have a little visitor. This is Anxiety from Inside Out 2. She actually, let me introduce her.
Hello, everybody. I'm Anxiety. I'm one of Riley's new emotions.
So this is Anxiety. So she's going to make an appearance a couple times in this video. So I thought we would talk about how to use our minds properly. During holiday time, it's so different. It just feels different. It's like every year, it's like I feel like it's going to be less stressful, and it really isn't. Like you can feel the energy out in the world. So, and the next 5-6 weeks are kind of like that. And it's just this feeling. It's exciting, but also it's go, go, go type of a feeling. It's not necessarily a bad feeling. It's just like a go, go, go. So our nervous systems are going to be kind of wired for a while. I think at least a lot of us. I don't know if all of us are like this. I know that I can be sometimes. So this is, she pops up. So when you have the proper use of your mind really going, this time of year won't be as hard on you, and other times won't be as hard on you either. We have this, what they call a universal mind. We have universal substance. It's this formless substance, this energy that we can form through thought. And it's directed, deliberate, conscious, intentional thought on what we're wanting. So when you know this, and it really kind of solidifies in your mind that we are more than just this body. We are more than what we're seeing. That's what I want you to think about. Like, we're more than what we're seeing right now. We are unseen. Like, the things that are unseen are, well, they're unseen, of course. But what we're seeing looks so real that we have so much faith in it. And so what we need to work on is using that same faith that we have in everything we see and putting that into the unseen, having just as much faith, well, more faith actually, in the unseen as we do in what we see. And if you think about it, the things that cause you anxiety, you have more faith in those things. That's why you have this anxiety. Like, you have maybe some evidence that, and I wouldn't even call it evidence all the time. I think it's more like programming. I think our minds just automatically go to this because we're just programmed to. And so what if we had faith in something unseen, a feeling that maybe we've never felt before, or a feeling that seems fleeting? And what if we put all of our attention on that instead of what we're always putting it on, which is in what we see in the 3D? So if you think about this, let's just think of a mass of energy, this blob of energy, and you're able to shape it with your thought. And what if you can do that? What if you can? What if you don't believe this, but what if you start thinking, well, what if this could be true? Why don't we try this? I think what a lot of people do is they don't take enough time to spend on what they're actually wanting, like the vision of what they're wanting. And they do it for a time, and then the doubt creeps in, and they notice the 3D reality is not shifting quickly, which, here comes anxiety. It's like we want something, and then she pops up. And we get excited about something, we visualize what we want, and all of a sudden it's not happening fast enough. And so that's basically what happens, I think, is a cycle. She's up and she's down and she's up and she's down. And we trust in her more than, or it more than our vision for ourselves. I'll quit putting her in the thing. She needs to stay off of this. She'll come back again sometime. But we have to recognize that we're more powerful than we give ourselves credit. And you have to practice this and trust yourself. You cannot trust other people to show you anything. Evidence outside of you is never applicable to you, even though we're taught that. Well, this study says this, and this person says this, and this doctor says this, and this therapist says this, and the science says this. And again, in the past, I've just told you to become your own evidence. There's nothing more powerful than you trying something and then you actually achieving this thing because of the way you directed your thought deliberately. And so if you reverse engineer and you look back, which reverse engineering means you can look back and see a pattern of how you achieve something. You can look back at your patterns and say, well, what did I do to get this thing that I thought I could never get? Because I know you've all had this experience where something was miraculously better all of a sudden. Something just shook loose and took care of itself. Spontaneous resolution. I had a friend call things like this when I worked at a hospital. He would always say, spontaneous resolution. It'll just take care of itself. And I've never forgotten that. So you want to have unwavering faith in what you're wanting versus what you're seeing. Because you've got unwavering faith in what you're seeing so much that you can't believe that what you want could actually happen. So I want you to remember that you have unwavering faith in what you're seeing and what you're believing right now. And what if all of that is programmed from the past? What if it is? And what if you just had a shift, just a slight shift in your consciousness, what you're aware of? Right now, look around you. That's what you're aware of. And that's fine. But if you're wanting different, then we've got to focus different. We've got to take our awareness and place it on what we're wanting. So one of the easiest things to do is look around and just describe things as you want them to be in your mind. Just describe them immediately, how you wish they would be. And then you can start kind of getting to know yourself. Well, okay, I want this and I want this. And then do this every day for like 10 minutes. Just go sit down on purpose. Train yourself like a dog to sit. Sit on purpose. Say, I am going in here to sit. And then think about, just look around the room even and look at it and say, well, I want a new picture for this wall. We need to update this. Or I'd like to get a new couch. Or I'd like to get a new set of pins for my desk. It could be anything. And just write these things down and notice how you feel. And mentally live in this room as you would want it to be. Or whatever it is that you're wanting. Some people find it hard to visualize. It just takes practice. It's a learned skill. But the thing is, you're actually visualizing all the time. You just don't realize you're doing it. You're just kind of like the 3D is kind of guiding you. That's your visualization. Like it's already kind of done for you and you're so used to it, you don't even know you're visualizing it. But before you walk into a room, you've probably already visualized it in your mind. It just happens so fast that you don't even know it's happening. So then you walk in and it's normal. So we have to do things that are abnormal, the things that we're not used to doing all the time, like creating this time to set aside for creative visualization, basically. And knowing that it's almost like this universal consciousness, this formless substance that they speak of, is almost like a tree. And a tree always supplies for its branches. The roots of the tree supply for the branches. It's all kind of one system. That's kind of how universal substance is. Formless substance. It's like it's there to provide. We are the branches of the tree and of the roots, and will always be provided for. And that's how powerful we are. That is literally how powerful we are. And we just don't know it. We are hypnotized by the 3D reality around us. So we need to be hypnotized by things we can't see. And we have to have unwavering faith that those can happen. But we got to watch out. I'll bring her in one more time. We got to watch out for this because she's going to come up, she or he. It's a she, but this comes up. Like all of a sudden we're good. We're feeling good. We did our visualization and we're having a great time. We're enjoying it. We've created a different mental state inside of us and we're going along our day. And all of a sudden we notice we don't have enough money. What are we going to do? All of a sudden we notice that, oh, they haven't texted me back today. Oh, what am I going to do about this? I don't know. If you're a student, it's like, what am I going to do this test? Oh gosh, I got to take this test. It's that subtle where, and I want you guys to picture this character coming up. Maybe that would help you. Like, oh my gosh, there's anxiety again. She came up again inside my visualization, and just, she comes up because she's practiced to come up so much. That's all. She's just practiced. And so if you practice something else, logic would tell you it will override that old practice that you were doing. And it's all just this mental picture that you want to form in your mind of what you're wanting. And it should be normal and natural to you. And sometimes you can do it kind of in steps. Like maybe one day you'll visualize something and then you live your day, act like you already have this thing or you already are that person, think like they would, kind of just think about it. And then the next day you practice it and you're like, oh, well, you know what? I thought about this and I'd rather have this and I'd like to add this to the room. I'd like to add a new stapler to my pin set on my desk, whatever it might be. Like maybe you didn't know what you wanted before yesterday when you were visualizing, but maybe today you have a better idea. So it just takes practice to start solidifying something. And you're basically directing and commanding this formless substance to project this into matter, onto your 3D reality and manifest it in like a stable form of matter that's solidified. Look at it like it's solidified, like thought that is solid thought. It's your thought solidified into a physical form. Isn't that pretty cool? That is just pretty cool to me. I love this stuff. It is so exciting. And again, when I was first starting out doing therapy with people, I was super annoyed because I was like, God, I wish that everybody could get this type of help. I wish everybody had access to services. And what do they have access to that I could provide for everyone? And then it came to me, it was like the mind. And I didn't know all of this in depth as much as I do now back then, but I knew pieces of it and I had been practicing these things and not knowing I was practicing them. And I'm telling you, I have visualized everything I have. I have visualized it in the past when there was no evidence of it whatsoever. Zero, negative infinity, zero, no evidence. And I got things. And they were big things, and they were amazing things, and they were just joyous things. And I've been doing it since I was little. And I remember one of the things that I used to do at Christmas time, I would cut out pictures of the toy that I wanted, toy or toys. And every night when I was in bed, I would get my flashlight and I would just stare at these pictures. And I got them. And I just pretended like I had them, and I got them. Kind of like a vision board, but not on a board. It was just pictures I would look at. So whatever you need to do, whatever resonates most with you, whatever you identify most with is what is going to feel the best for you. But just start practicing. Take 10 minutes. I'm sorry, but we've all got 10 minutes. And if we don't, there's a problem. 10 minutes. Just every day, just set a timer and sit there and start visualizing. And just think, what is possible for me? Because you're going to start the universal forces to move. There were non-believers in the airplane and in Wi-Fi. Like the internet was, to me, since the internet exists, I'm just like anything could exist. It's just crazy to me. Being able to talk to somebody on your watch and Zoom and being able to talk to people across the country, like that is amazing when you think about it. But people thought that hot air balloons and airplanes and things like that could never, ever happen. And these people that were involved in inventing these things, they just stuck to their their visualization. They stuck to and treated it as a fact. Treat everything that you want as a fact. Nope, this is what I'm doing. Nope, this is who I am. This is what I'm getting. This is the way it is. And another thing that they say to do is do not speak it to anyone, only to yourself. Speak to yourself. Don't speak it to others because it loses its power, because you have this influence around you that might doubt it. So we want to keep clean, pure energy as much as possible. That's the goal. And have that clean, pure energy around every part of your life. But practice, on something, anything. Just sit there and remember anxiety. Remember anxiety. She's going to come up sometimes. And so you just say, no anxiety. You're just programmed into me. I've just practiced you so much. I don't need you anymore. And she'll go away. Just talk to yourself and soothe yourself. And you're going to ask yourself, when she pops up, what does this mean about me? What thought patterns have I had in the past that are causing me to feel this way? Because I'm back, SD card problems. Sorry about that. So anyway, we want what we want because we think we're going to feel better when we have it. So just start feeling better now and do this in steps. Start feeling joy, peace. Replace your anxiety with joy and peace from the inside. And we'll keep working on this together. I'll keep teaching about these things. But start even visualizing that you're at peace and joy and enjoy. What would that feel like? Especially during this time of the season. This season is magical. It's supposed to be magical. We need to be having fun. We need to be present. And when she shows up, tell her to go away. We don't need you. Thank you so much for showing up and protecting me. But I'm living from this new identity now that I'm working towards. And I can think different thoughts now. I don't need the anxiety to come up anymore because there is no hurry. There's only now to worry about. There's no hurry. There's no hurry. The more you hurry, the more you worry. The more you worry, you lose your power. We don't need to be losing our power all the time because we are powerful. This is how powerful we are. So really check in with yourself. Ask yourself, what must I believe to be true about myself if I'm thinking that this thing won't work or won't come to me? Why would I think that way? And find your belief systems that you've been identifying with for so long. Just find them and say, those don't even match up with what I'm trying to be now. They don't even match up with who I actually am. We are powerful, and we just don't know the power of our minds until we actually practice and we see it. And that's what I'm saying. Remember to not trust anything anyone says but yourself. Trust in these ideas that are being talked about, that they can work for you when you apply yourself to them. They're all universal laws. There's nothing that stops anything from coming to you unless it's just you with your muddied up thoughts. They've got to be clean and pure. And when you have self-doubt and anxiety about anything, it's not a pure thought anymore. So it's just a practice to work on these things. And of course, to reduce anxiety, we want to breathe. Definitely make sure you're breathing enough. Definitely make sure you're acknowledging your feelings. Do not suppress them, but just take your power back. That's the best thing I can say. Take your power back and be like, no, I'm ready to become a different person now. Like, I'm ready. What do I need to do? Maybe I need to do some breathing. Sometimes we need therapy. Sometimes we need different things that we resonate best with before we can do these things. We believe that, though. Remember, whatever you believe is what you're going to think that you need, and whatever you believe is what you think you're going to need to do to achieve what you're wanting. And it really can be as simple as just visualizing and acting as if you already are the person that has what you want, that identity shift. And just watch what happens. Just practice these things. I started visualizing something for about 10 minutes for like 2 or 3 days, and it came true very quickly. It was amazing. It wasn't the full thing that I had visualized, but it was parts of it, and it was actually a little bit scary. Scary in a good way. But you just have to practice and know and start telling yourself, I am powerful, I am commanding, and directing the universe to give me what I'm wanting. And it's ready and waiting for you. It's excited to give it to you too. It's out there for you. So keep practicing. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you in some way. If it did, please pass it on to somebody else that might need it. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you here in my community, and love you all so much. Remember, you are loved. Pass this on to somebody who might need it today. And remember, what you appreciate, so appreciate yourself. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bye, guys.